500 Facts of India-Pakistan Partition. Interesting events, history, and information. The story of the largest mass migration in human history. The road to partition, pre-1947. 1. The idea of a separate Muslim nation in South Asia was first proposed by poet-philosopher Allama Muhammad Iqbal in his 1930 Allahabad address. 2. The name Pakistan was coined by Chaudhry Rahmat Ali in 1933 in a pamphlet called Now or Never. It stood for Punjab, Afghania, Kashmir, Sindh, and Baluchistan. 3. The British ruled India for nearly 200 years before partition. The East India Company first arrived in 1600. 4. The Indian National Congress was founded in 1885 and initially included both Hindu and Muslim leaders working together. 5. The All India Muslim League was established in 1906 in Dhaka, demanding separate political representation for Muslims. 6. The Lucknow Pact of 1916 was a rare moment of Hindu-Muslim unity, with Congress and Muslim League agreeing on a power-sharing formula. 7. The Khilafat movement, 1919 to 1924, saw Hindus and Muslims unite against the British, with Gandhi supporting the Muslim cause of restoring the Ottoman Caliphate. 8. The collapse of the Khilafat movement led to widespread Hindu-Muslim riots in the 1920s, deepening communal divisions. 9. The Simon Commission of 1928 had no Indian members, leading to massive protests across India with the slogan, Simon, Go Back. 10. The Round Table Conferences, 1930 to 1932, in London, failed to reach agreement on India's constitutional future, with communal representation being a key sticking point. 11. The Communal Award of 1932 by British PM Ramsay MacDonald gave separate electorates to Muslims, Sikhs, and other minorities. 12. Gandhi went on a fast unto death in 1932 against separate electorates for Dalits, leading to the Pune Pact with Dr. Ambedkar. 13. The Government of India Act 1935 gave provinces more autonomy but kept the British firmly in control at the centre. 14. In the 1937 provincial elections, Congress won 8 out of 11 provinces. The Muslim League performed poorly, winning only in Bengal. 15. The Congress' refusal to form coalition governments with the Muslim League in 1937 is seen by many historians as a turning point that pushed Jinnah towards Pakistan. 16. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was originally a member of the Indian National Congress and was known as the ambassador of Hindu-Muslim unity. 17. Jinnah left Congress in 1920 because he disagreed with Gandhi's methods of mass agitation and civil disobedience. 18. The Lahore Resolution of March 23, 1940, formally demanded independent states for Muslims in the northwestern and eastern zones of India. 19. Interestingly, the Lahore Resolution did not mention the word Pakistan even once. 20. March 23rd is celebrated as Pakistan Day, commemorating the Lahore Resolution. 21. The Cripps Mission of 1942 offered India dominion status after the war, but was rejected by both Congress and the Muslim League. 22. The Quit India movement of August 1942 was one of the biggest mass movements against British rule. Congress leaders were jailed for nearly 3 years. 23. While Congress leaders were in jail during 1942 to 1945, Jinnah used this period to strengthen the Muslim League across India. 24. Subhas Chandra Bose formed the Indian National Army, INA, with Japanese support to fight the British during World War II. 25. The Bengal famine of 1943 killed an estimated 3 million people. Winston Churchill's war policies diverted food supplies away from Bengal. 26. Churchill famously blamed Indians for the famine, saying they breed like rabbits. His racism towards Indians is well documented. 27. The INA trials at Red Fort in 1945 united Indians of all communities against the British, showing that the desire for independence was universal. 28. The Royal Indian Navy mutiny of February 1946 in Bombay shocked the British and showed that even their own armed forces were turning against them. 29. In the 1946 elections, the Muslim League won 90% of Muslim seats, proving it was the dominant voice of Indian Muslims. 30. The Cabinet Mission Plan of 1946 proposed a united India with a weak centre and strong provinces, grouped into Hindu majority and Muslim majority sections. 31. Both Congress and the Muslim League initially accepted the Cabinet Mission Plan, but disagreements over interpretation killed it. 32. Jawaharlal Nehru's press conference on July 10, 1946, where he said the Constituent Assembly would be free to modify the Cabinet Mission Plan, alarmed Jinnah. 33. Jinnah called for Direct Action Day on August 16, 1946, to show Muslim strength for the Pakistan demand. 34. The Great Calcutta Killings of August 1946 during Direct Action Day left over 4,000 dead and 100,000 homeless in just 72 hours. 35. The Calcutta violence triggered a chain reaction of communal riots across India, in Noakhali, Bihar, Garmukteshwar, and other places. 36. In Noakhali, October 1946, Hindu communities were attacked. Gandhi walked barefoot through the villages for 4 months, trying to restore peace. 37. In Bihar, November 1946, Muslims were massacred in retaliation for Noakhali. Estimates suggest between 7,000 to 30,000 were killed. 38. The interim government was formed in September 1946 with Nehru as vice president. But the Muslim League joined only in October, creating constant friction. 39. Lord Mountbatten arrived in India as the last viceroy on March 22, 1947, with orders to transfer power by June 1948. 40. Mountbatten moved the date of independence forward by 10 months, from June 1948 to August 1947, giving everyone barely 73 days to divide a subcontinent. 41. Many historians believe Mountbatten's rush was the single biggest cause of partition's catastrophic violence. 42. The Mountbatten Plan, June 3, 1947, announced the partition of India into 2 independent dominions, India and Pakistan. 43. Pakistan was to be created in 2 wings, West Pakistan, present-day Pakistan, and East Pakistan, present-day Bangladesh, separated by 1,600 kilometers of Indian territory. 44. The Indian Independence Act 1947 was passed by the British Parliament on July 18, 1947, in record time. 45. Sir Cyril Radcliffe, a British lawyer who had never visited India before, was appointed to draw the border between India and Pakistan. 46. Radcliffe was given just 5 weeks to divide a subcontinent of 400 million people. He later called it an impossible task. 47. Radcliffe had 2 boundary commissions, one for Punjab and one for Bengal, each with 2 Hindu and 2 Muslim judges who could never agree. 48. The Radcliffe Line was kept secret until August 17, 1947, 2 days after independence, causing chaos as people didn't know which country they were in. 49. Radcliffe was so disturbed by the consequences of his work that he burned all his papers related to the Boundary Commission. 50. Radcliffe refused his fee of £40,000 for the Boundary Commission work and never returned to India. 51. The British deliberately delayed announcing the Radcliffe Award so that the blame for any violence would fall on the new governments, not on them. 52. Mountbatten later admitted he knew the Boundary Award before Independence Day, but chose not to release it. 53. Gandhi was the most prominent leader who opposed partition till the very end. He called it the vivisection of India. 54. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, known as the Frontier Gandhi, wept in the Congress session that accepted partition, saying, "You have thrown us to the wolves." 55. The Northwest Frontier Province, Pashtun areas, voted to join Pakistan in a controversial referendum. Congress boycotted the vote. 56. Sylhet district in Assam voted in a referendum to join East Pakistan, now Bangladesh. 57. Balochistan's accession to Pakistan was decided by a Shahi Jirga, Council of Chiefs, not by popular vote. The Khan of Kalat initially declared independence. 58. The princely states, numbering 565, were given the choice to join India or Pakistan, or theoretically remain independent. 59. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and V.P. Menon worked together to integrate most princely states into India through a combination of diplomacy and pressure. 60. Hyderabad, the richest princely state with a Muslim ruler and Hindu majority, was annexed by India through military action, Operation Polo, in September 1948. Section 2. The Human Catastrophe. 61. Partition displaced between 14 to 18 million people, making it the largest mass migration in human history. 62. Estimates of those killed during partition range from 200,000 to 2 million. The exact number will never be known. 63. Punjab bore the worst of partition violence. The province was split almost exactly in half between India and Pakistan. 64. Bengal was the other province divided. West Bengal went to India, East Bengal became East Pakistan. 65. The violence in Punjab was so extreme that entire train loads of dead bodies arrived at stations on both sides of the border. 66. These ghost trains or blood trains carried corpses of passengers massacred during the journey. Some trains arrived with every single passenger killed. 67. Women were the worst victims of partition. An estimated 75,000 to 100,000 women were abducted during the violence. 68. Many families killed their own women to protect their honor before attackers could reach them. In Thoa Khalsa village in Punjab, 93 women jumped into a well to avoid capture. 69. The well at Thoa Khalsa still exists and has become a memorial to the horror women faced during partition. 70. Sikh women in many villages committed mass suicide by jumping into wells rather than face abduction. 71. After partition, both India and Pakistan signed the Inter-Dominion Treaty to recover abducted women. About 30,000 women were eventually recovered. 72. Many recovered women were rejected by their own families, creating a second trauma.